Here are 5 rules, bro, that you should start living by. Rule number 1. Do not make promises that you know you can't fucking keep. The reason why is your word as a man is your bond. So start living and dying by it. Because the second that you don't follow through on your word or you don't do what you say you're going to do, not only do you lose the respect of the people around you, but you start to slowly lose the respect of your own self. And so if you know that you can't do this favor for this person, or you can't be there at this time, or you can't do whatever it is that your friends or your partner is asking of you, don't say anything at all. And sometimes that's actually the best thing to do until you know 100% for a fact that you can follow through on your word. Rule number 2, always give more than you take, but more importantly, give without the expectation of receiving. Because if there is one thing that I have learned in the last few years about life, is life tends to bless people the most that bless others, that give to others. But more importantly, give without the expectation of ever receiving anything back. And this is something that I'm trying to slowly get back into giving without the expectation of ever receiving or taking from other people, because I've been noticing the last few years I've been finding myself having this tug of war with myself when it comes to me trying to give people things, or my time, my energy, my effort, some game, whatever it is, like give something of myself to other people. I notice I constantly wrestle and try to restrict myself in how much I give. And not only that, but sometimes when I do end up giving, I notice in the back of my head there's like this negative voice, or like this devil telling me that I should receive something back for this at some point in time. And with me having that mindset, I noticed as a result, life has started to give me a lot less. And so I'm trying to get back into the opposite, because when I was giving without taking so much from people and without expecting anything, life was giving me a lot. And not only that, but with you doing this, it's going to help with you trying to build an abundance mindset, especially if you're somebody in your life that is trying to build or have an abundant life. The first step to do that, bro, is by having an abundance mindset. But to build an abundance mindset, you have to start giving a lot to the world, to people, to others. So yeah, rule number 3, listen more than you fucking speak. I mean, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a fucking reason. Like, I noticed that the people that listen the most tend to be the most interesting people. And the reason why that is, and I'm sure you might have learned this from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, even though me saying that is probably played out, but it's so true. But if you want to get other people to be interested in you, especially if you want to get the women, the ladies to be interested in you, bro, you must first be interested in other people. You got to be interested in them. Because if there's one thing I've learned about human nature, is people in this world, the one thing they love to do the most is they love to talk about themselves. And so if you want to get other people to be interested in you, you got to be interested in them, or in them. Rule number 4 is always, always, always put in effort into your presentation. Value your presentation. Value how you present yourself when you walk out of your house every single day, no matter the occasion. And the reason why you want to do that is because your presentation is ultimately going to be your reputation. And sometimes your first impression may potentially be your last impression. So you want to make sure you leave a great impression on other people. And especially with the fact that we live in a hyper social media world now, where the first thing people are going to do and how they perceive you and how they judge you is take a look at you. You want to make sure you put your best foot forward, especially if you're somebody out there that's trying to build something for themselves online, or you're trying to impress somebody, or you want to try and get with somebody, or you're trying to attract opportunity. Sometimes you gotta look the part before you get the part. Because one thing I've noticed with myself, and I've talked about this in so many videos last year, is ever since I worked on my physical transformation and my presentation, not only have women found me much more attractive, but I noticed that people treat me better, and opportunities have slowly come with me actually giving a fuck about how I look every single day. So make sure you stay fly, bro, and you present yourself as best as you can every single time you walk out of your house. The fifth and final rule is never stop seeking new experiences. And the reason why you want to do that, or a couple of reasons, is number one, you are not only going to learn so much about yourself and what you're capable of, but you're going to learn so much about life with every single new experience that you put yourself through. And then more importantly, number two, you are going to, with you putting yourself through new experiences, gain new stories. And with those new stories, you can share with people that you come across, with the women that you date, with your friends that you catch up with. And that is probably one of the reoccurring lessons that I've learned as time goes on, is everybody loves a good story. But more importantly, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, your financial status, your social status, whatever it is. This is how humans and people ultimately bond with one another socially, is through stories, through sharing stories, having a good laugh together. But the only way to acquire those stories is by putting yourself through new experiences. And so if you want to have stories to share and you want to become an interesting person that other people want to talk to and get to know, start putting yourself through new experiences, bro. You can't always be locked in your room, locked in your house all the time. Like, go out, experience life, see what life has to offer. I mean, hell, bro, you only get one fucking go around at this, so it's like, why not try to experience everything that this life has to offer? You know? But that's all the rules that I have to share with you, bro. And I hope you take these and you start following these rules in your life, because these rules for me have definitely been not only changing my life, but has definitely made, in terms of the journey that I'm on and me trying to get myself to where I want to go in my life, it's definitely made it a lot more fun and a lot more bearable and a lot less depressing. And so I hope I could do the same for you by sharing this. But other than that, bro, I want to thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on my post notice bell so you don't miss out on any of my future video uploads. And I'll catch you in my next video, bro. Peace.